First introduced in 2005, the Mercury Mariner offered a bit of an upscale offering from the Ford Escape or even the Mazda Tribute. When the Mariner was introduced to the Mercury lineup, it set below the Mountaineer in size and class. Production ran all the way to the October of 2010, when the Mercury brand was dissolved, leaving the Escape as the only compact SUV offering until the appearance of the Lincoln MKC or Corsair in 2014. The Mariner saw two distinct generations during its production run, with the first generation running from 2005 to 2007 model years, and the second generation running from the 2008 to 2011 model years. For the second generation for the Mariner, the 2008 model year boasted a thorough redesign despite remaining on the Ford CD2 platform used by the outgoing generation. The exterior changes included new seats, headlights, taillights, a new liftgate, a higher belt line, new doors, and new wheels. The interior was also significantly updated with higher quality materials and included more features. The engines remained the same, but the 3-liter Duratec V6 had been modified to reduce fuel consumption by 10%. Our 2011 Mariner was built at the Kansas City Assembly Plant in Claycoma, Missouri on July 26, 2010. Hey everyone, in today's in-depth walk-around review, we are taking a look at the last of a generation and the last of a vehicle make. What we have here today is a 2011 Mercury Mariner. Now our vehicle today is the top-of-the-line Mariner Premier trim, and this vehicle is actually very well optioned. It is painted in Tuxedo black metallic, and it has the Graystone leather with the stone Alcantara interior. Full pricing is shown on screen, and a full options list is in the description box below. So make sure you check that out because, as stated before, it does have a lot of options on it. This will be a full in-depth review of the Mariner. We're going to go over everything from the exterior to the interior, performance, mechanical bits, and everything else in between. Available in either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, our Mariner is all-wheel drive with the fully automatic torque vectoring intelligent all-wheel drive system that, in 200 times per second, keeps tabs on traction and automatically distributes torque distribution to the wheel with less traction. Under normal circumstances, it operates as a front-bias driveline. While not intended to be an off-road vehicle for those interested anyways, the Mariner features an 8.4-inch ground clearance with an approach angle of 19.3 degrees, a departure angle of 27.7 degrees, and a ramp breakover angle of 18.9 degrees. Power in our Mariner comes from the 3-liter Duratec Flex Fuel Dual Overhead Cam 24-valve Intelligent Variable Cam Timing V6 engine. This engine is of aluminum block and head construction, and it features electronic sequential multi-port fuel injection with a 10.3 to 1 compression ratio. This engine creates 240 horsepower at 6,550 RPM and 223 pound-feet of torque at 4,300 RPM. The Mariner can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 7 seconds, with a 0 to 100 mile per hour time in about 19.5 seconds. The quarter mile can be reached in 15.2 seconds at 91 miles per hour, with the top speed around 110 miles per hour. The Mariner has a gross vehicle weight rating of 4,680 pounds and has a maximum payload capacity of 989 pounds and can tow a maximum capacity of 3,500 pounds. The Mariner is equipped with a 17.5 US gallon fuel capacity, and it consumes 4.8 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of around 367 miles on regular unleaded fuel. Since this vehicle is a flex fuel vehicle capable of running on E85 and regular fuel, on screen are the complete fuel economy figures, with regular figures shown in black and E85 flex fuel in yellow. Since E85 is less energy dense, it can be less expensive. It is also less efficient. While hybrids have the CVT transmission, all other engine variants come equipped with a 6-speed 6F35 automatic transmission with overdrive and low gear select. It is not a select shift transmission, and as a result, it does not support manual gear select. And walking around the rear of the vehicle, as I stated in the intro, Mercury division was dissolved and the Mariner was actually one of the last vehicles ever produced. So 2011 would be the last year for it, and actually October of 2011 would be the last Mariner rolling off the assembly line. Alrighty, around the rear of the Mariner, this is the last year for this vehicle. The very last Mariner was actually discontinued and rolled off the assembly line in October of 2011, marking the 2011 model year the last of the run before the dissolution of the Mercury brand. So back here on the most recent Mariner, we do have the satin silver roof rails coming down to the clear lens tail lamps. Now gone are the satin silver brush guard looks to them. That's all gone. So now you have this it's got this chrome finish in here, this kind of reflectorish finish, kind of textured. Two clear elements, and you have your red element down here, and then down here you have a red reflector, and of course you have the Mariner badge back here with the Premier designation. Now in the bumper you do have ultrasonic parking sensors. You've also got the Mercury logo or typeface just kind of typed out. Looks really, really nice. Polished exhaust tip here. Of course the vehicle is also equipped with a backup camera and the badge that denotes it to be a flex fuel. Alright, as we walk along the profile of the vehicle, it actually looks really, really nice. It's a really good proportional vehicle. Even though it's based on the Ford Escape, I think it just looks a little bit better, a little bit more upscale. Of course, that was its intention, to look like a baby Mountaineer. Steering is electrically assisted variable rate, vehicle speed sensitive rack and pinion with 3.8 turns lock to lock and an 18.3 foot turning radius. Of interesting note, the Mariner and Escape were the first Ford vehicles to feature pull drift steering compensation due to the software control with EPS. Wheels are the premium 16 by 7 inch 12 spoke machined aluminums, shot in 235/70 R16 General Grabber HTS 60 tires. Brakes are power assisted 4-wheel disc brakes that are assisted by ABS, traction control, and advanced track with roll stability control, which utilizes 2 gyroscopic sensors to help keep all 4 wheels firmly planted on the pavement. Alright, and up front we have the traditional Mercury face with the satin silver waterfall grille, humongous Mercury badge, clear lens headlamps, fog lamps. Alrighty, taking a look around the front of the Mariner. The Mariner, I think, has always looked pretty good. Looks very elegant. Looks just like a baby Mountaineer, and of course that's exactly what the intention was. It was slotted just below the Mountaineer. Now Mercury at the time did not have a full-size SUV like the Expedition or the Navigator. What we do have is full-size fold-away mirrors coming down to the sculpted hood, into the textured front clear lens headlamps. That's the same pattern that's on the tail lamps. Amber turn indicators here. You do have halogen headlamps here, and the Mercury logo is inside the diffuser. Of course, down below you do have bright fog lamps. Front and center, you do have the satin silver waterfall grille. Prominently in the middle is the Mercury logo. It just looks really good. Of note, the side repeater is no longer on the second generation vehicles. Alright, before we get inside, let's take a look at the key real quick. It's just the standard Ford key at the time. It's a double-bladed key with an integral remote transmitter. Lock, unlock, panic alarm, and your rear hatch release. It does have the Mercury logo back here. No smart key access system, but what we do have is Ford's keypad entry system. So by entering your 4-digit PIN code, you can actually lock and unlock the vehicle doors. The vehicle doors are already unlocked, so let's go ahead and open up and check out inside. As stated before, what we have here is the Graystone leather interior with the Alcantara accents. Alright, taking a look at the door panels here. We do have a soft touch vinyl trim, chrome plated door pulls, power mirror controls here. The mirrors are also heated, power locks, power window switches, window lockouts on the satin silver trim plate. More of that Graystone accents here. Matte pockets, door speakers. Alright, and on the instrument panel, we have our instrument panel brightness and dim right here. Automatic headlamp control with fog lamp control. trip computer controls, a leather-wrapped tilt steering wheel with multi-function controls. Down in the driver's footwell, we have our parking brake with parking brake release. Hood release is right here. We've only got 2 pedals down here. Parking brakes there, and of course we also have, kind of hard to see, but it's up there, it's one of the light emitting diodes for the ambient interior lighting. We do also have all-weather floor mats. We have a 6-way power driver's seat with adjustable recline, and the lumbar adjust is actually over here on this side of the seat. It's just a wheel here. The passenger seat is all manual. Alright, speaking of the seats, let's take a closer look at them. The seats are actually very comfortable, they're very supportive. Nice attention to detail with a 2-tone treatment here. It is true Alcantara, actually. It's actually registered by the Alcantara company in Italy. This gives the interior a very nice upscale feel. Alright, now that we're inside, let's pan through the interior, show more details. Electrically assisted power assisted steering, as stated before, on a leather wrapped steering wheel. Does have the Mercury badge right here, multi-function controls down below. Over here we have our cruise control, so we have off, on, set and accelerate, set and deaccelerate, and our resume control here. Wish it would have a coast or a cancel button here. And over here on the other side, on the right hand side, we have our audio and Bluetooth control, so we have volume up and down, seek and scan, voice control, media select, and our phone control here. It works in conjunction with the Sync multimedia system. Over here we do have a multi-function switch. It does have our front wiper washer, rear wiper washer, and our turn indicators and our flash to pass. Alrighty, front and center, light ice blue LED interior lighting, as Ford called it. They said it kind of helped create a more serene environment. But anyway, what we have here is an 8,000 RPM tach, fuel gauge, coolant temperature gauge there, and a 120 mile per hour speedometer, and assorted warning lights. And then down below we do have our driver information screen there. Alrighty, moving over the top of the dash, it is very similar to that of the Escape, because that's exactly what it is. It is a 2-tone treatment. It is continuing across the width of the dash. The 2-tone really does break up the monotony of the interior. Of course, on the A-pillar you do have an assist handle, big airbag door there. And at the front, as you can see, unfortunately, it has a high refresh rate in this LCD display. But I'll point out what we have. We have our outside temperature display. This is our fan speed, our compass. We have, actually, these are our driver and passenger temperature settings here. As you can see, you can change it. And then now here, over here, we have an exterior temperature display. And this is our time and date. All right, moving down the center stack, we have up here in the upper portion, we have adjustable air vents. And down below, we do have the GPS navigation system. It's a really nice system, actually, especially on a car of this age. But what you do have is a 6-disc in-dash CD changer, radio, media controls. You have your sound controls here, so bass, treble, all that kind of stuff. Menu controls here, so you can adjust your brightness and contrast, day-night mode, auto. You can do auto dim. Set your clock here. You have your feedback settings, so touchscreen, beep, all that kind of stuff. Your system settings are here. Put it into valet mode, so you have a pin, so valet can't like crank your radio or anything like that. Voice control settings are right here. You can go back home here. And of course we do have 3 areas here. We have your maps, you can have your audio, and you can have like your phone or whatever here. So here we'll go full screen map. You can also enter your destination here. Your navigation menus here. So all of your different settings here where you can lay breadcrumbs, top to bottom, bottom to top, list formats, bird's eye view. You can turn that on and off, all that kind of stuff. Route preferences, traffic preferences, navigation, and areas to avoid. And here in your information, like Sirius XM satellite radio, XM travel link, all that kind of stuff, calendar. This is your phone controls here, and you can turn your display off and on. All right, moving down, we have dual zone electronic automatic climate control. All it is dual zone temperature control for the driver and passenger. You can also sync them together. You can do automatic mode. This is your fan speed control here, and your power switch. Panel distribution here. So you have your feet and defroster, your main vents, bi-level and floor only, and front and rear defroster only. We do have heated seats up front. Just a single stage heated seat, air conditioner, recirculate, and you can do your max AC down here. Moving the shift lever out of the way, we do have a 12-volt power point, turning off and on your traction control system. We do have a USB input, it's a USB type A, and an auxiliary input jack. Nice little storage tray here, and by pressing this button here, you can actually change the color of your interior lighting. Sync badge here, and of course your shift lever here. Nice little storage tray here, illuminated cup holders, a little small trinket tray here, a nice padded armrest that opens up to reveal a nice amount of storage. You do have a removable felt lined insert here, and of course a deep amount of storage down here. And of course it also has coin holders. Now it says remove for more storage, so you can actually take this whole thing out, just a big bucket, and now you have a very deep storage here. You could probably put a laptop and all kinds of stuff in there. And to put it back, just as easy as dropping it in place like I just did, and putting your insert back in. Alrighty. And of course you do have molded cup holders for the rear seat passengers. High adjustable seat belts. Over here we do have an automatic dimming rearview mirror, 3-channel HomeLink universal garage door opener. You do have overhead map lights, sunglasses holder here, sunroof control here, nice large sun visors with illuminated vanity mirrors, and of course the sun visors do swing out and they slide out on extension rails. Alright, now let's take a look at the rear seats. Now of course this vehicle only has 2 rows of seating, and the rear seats do seat 3 across in a 60-40 split folding seat back. The Graystone and the contrasting Alcantara continue back here as well. High adjustable head restraints for all passenger seating areas, as well as 3-point seat belts. The seat back release levers are up on the top. As you can see, there is no fold down center armrest back here or anything like that. You have overhead coat hooks, seat back mat pockets, cup holders here, 12-volt power point here. As you can see in the illumination here, you do have a storage tray here, another seat back mat pocket here. And a quick look at the door panel reveals it is themed the exact same way as the front doors. Contrasting, power window switch, chrome door pulls, speakers, storage. Now if you want to fold the seats, it's pretty easy. You just have to locate this little tether here, and the whole seat bottom cushion comes up and it folds down like this. And you're meant to actually put your seat belt in the in this little elastic area here, so it doesn't get lost or anything like that. But anyway, what you do then is you remove the head restraint, which I guess you could just do right here. And then just fold the seat down. As you can see, I forgot to take that out here, but it would fold flat here with the cargo area. And then we're just going to put the head restraint back in, just like this. And drop it all the way down because it looks better when it's all the way down. All right, then you just basically put your seat bottom cushion, line it back up, just like that. Alright, let's take a look at the rear luggage area now. Now there is two separate positions to this lift gate. So we do have a flipper glass. Here in the license plate plinth on the right hand side, you'll see the glass. There's a little membrane switch right here. And right underneath the wiper, there's a little handhold there. And of course, the flipper glass does open up on its own individual struts, as you can see here. This allows for easy loading and unloading of really long items, especially if you have the back seats folded. But it's a really nice convenience to have, especially with a vehicle of this size class. And of course, to open the traditional lift gate, you just, in this little recess here, there's another membrane switch. Just lift that up. Doesn't open automatically, it's just on hydraulic struts. But as you can see, very nice and convenient. Take a look at the luggage area back here. Nice load flat floor, full carpeted floor mat. You do have a speaker back here as well. In this little compartment here, you do have access to like your amplifier and subwoofer and all that kind of stuff. You might be able to store some small things out of the way, but I don't think that's what it's intended for. And then of course you do have a concealed storage tray right here. You also have a nice privacy mat or privacy cover here. That privacy cover is also removable. And underneath the carpeted floor mat area here, you do have another concealed storage area here. Moving the mat out of the way, you have another area here that contains your jack and tools and jacking instructions. And we'll just move the floor mat back in its place. To close the lift gate, just reach up in here in the handhold and close it as you would. Alrighty, and there you have it, a full in-depth walk-around review of the very last 2011 Mercury Mariner. We hope you found the review informative, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrentSoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.